Good morning. I had a couple days off. I couldn't really film a video that I wanted to. It was raining most of it, but it's okay. It's probably for the best because time away from the screen, it was really great. It was really great to just not hear any of the crap. Like I didn't receive any pictures, I didn't receive any messages, I didn't get any calls. You know what I mean? Like, it was the absolute bliss of just utter relaxation. I mean, like, we were no phone signal, no dings, no tweets, no messages or alarms or alerts or whatever, and I think, and I think that time for ourselves, like, I know this, but time to ourselves is essential just to stay alive, you know. Uh, the message this morning that I have, and it's going to be a weird one, it's to stop caring. Stop caring so much. Stop caring so much. Everything is designed, you know, nowadays. Everything's designed for you to care enough to hook your attention into it, to feel an emotional way about it, to have a response. Like a good example of that, the best example that I can think of would be politics. It's like, do you really care? Do you? No. Do you? Well, you got a nice dressed guy or gal on the TV there, and they're saying how much of a degenerate, terrible person that someone you've never met is, and they try to do their best to smear them, right? And then if you actually take the time to invest in yourself and actually take the time to do actual research instead of just eat the crap you're spoon fed, the other side of that spectrum is doing the exact same thing. And when you actually do see all this, because you need to make that choice to take the time to do your own work, to do your own research, spend time doing crap like that instead of just believing what you're told. Okay? Stop caring so much. Another thing to accept is when things don't work the way they're going or the way they are right now, it is your responsibility. It is up to you to make the choice. Because at least with change, there is that chance that things can be better. Yeah, they can get worse, sure. But staying the same isn't working. Would you rather stay in the box with your knees up to your chin, crunched in there, surrounded by all this crap? Or would you rather try to break free of that box and walk around a little bit? There is comfort, I understand, because that's why I've held on to crap hole like this so long. That's why I've been in this state as long as I have had. There is comfort in the repetition, the monotony, the constant distractions, because nobody wants to be responsible, right? Responsibility, it's a big thing to bear. It's a big thing to carry. But when you get used to it, when you actually start being responsible, there is a satisfaction in meeting your goals and actually completing those tasks and meeting those expectations. When you're the one that sets all those, then it's like, oh wow, you know what I mean? Like, I'm better than I ever would have thought I was. I'm better, and the way you explore these things, the way you actually learn yourself is to actually, like, have the time. You need the time. And your time, is robbed from you by all this crap that doesn't matter. The stuff that you're convinced to care about that's irrelevant in your daily life. Do you really need to know whether like a mocha is on sale? Do you really need to know whether something on the Steam store is on sale? I'm guilty of that one. Do you ever need to know which politician said what about which person that you also have never met? No, you don't. It doesn't matter. It's all noise. That stuff distracts you by design. It's to keep you hooked in. These phones right here, I remember as a child, as a kid, where we still had the phones on the wall. Some of the phones still was the rotary ones. You still had to spin the little dial and it would go back. And I remember being, taking homework home, and I am in the generation that knew the world before the internet, but was also raised, where the internet was a big part of the future, so it was like, it was in my life, but I knew it was like before. So I got to see the last of a dying generation, you know what I mean? Like, I got to see it, and it's sad, it's depressing, these days we're taught that we need to be more productive, we need to do this and that and this, and I'm just like, when I was a kid, if I would have had the internet, right, like a computer with the internet, what's the point of even sending homework home anymore? Seriously, why do we do that still? It's stupid. Literally, we can open up these phones. Every single child these days has one of these right here. And these schools and our system is so stuck in the past that it doesn't even scrub out the name of the site that they get their homework from. Literally, like, you literally can put in that site and find the exact chapter, an exact topic you're talking about, and get the exact answers for every variation of homework for the entire school. Right? You can find the whole teaching script ahead of time and just print all that crap out and just leave it in your room. Right? It is like, when I say we're living in the past, like we're ruled by people that don't live in the modern time, I mean it. It's here and now. It's not then and there anymore. Seeing the way things are now. So, because noise has always been a thing. There's always been noise. There's always been distractions. And unfortunately, it is essential for society. It is essential for a culture, right? Because there's got to be things you're known for. And we Americans are known for consuming, buying junk we don't need, constantly freaking like just overeating, stuffing ourselves, being lazy, drinking beer, and arguing about stupid crap like football, right? But the American dream used to be, you make a name for yourself. You go out there and you stake a claim, and you build a home, and you raise a family, and you freaking put up your fence, and you stay on the other side of that, and the world ends right at your fence. That used to be the end of, like the American dream. That's still a thing, but we're all distracted now. It's all filled with all this junk we don't need. Like, do I need this phone? No, I don't need this phone. But if I want to stay part of this culture, this society, then I would need this phone. Because guess what? Everyone uses these phones now. These phones, the internet, is involved in every facet of our life. When I did the video about AI, I hope that you understand that I'm not against AI. I'm not. I'm against it being used the way it is. I'm against it, how common and how reliable we become with AI. Like, when my parents met, they met in person. They met like that, being social. How many couples exist are out there? I'm one of them, by the way. I met my wife online. How many of us are like that now? Everything has changed. Everything. You can order food online. You can read whatever book you want in the whole world online. You can read about any topic you want online. You can do literally anything. You can learn anything online. But yet, we're taught that we need to go to school. We need to get this stupid piece of paper, bring this crap homework home. We have to do all this crap that is completely irrelevant and stuck in the past. Now, we're taught that we can't do that without having internet, and yet they still do things the old way. How does this make sense? How do we learn anything when we can just search the answer? Just put it in Google. Boop, 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 there you go. We don't learn anything anymore, and we're surrounded by noise, so no wonder we're stuck, and I'm just like, I don't care. And I feel great that I don't care. I care about my future, my family. I care, about the best interest of those I care about, that I love. Even people I don't know, I wish them well. But seriously, why do we care so much about the wrong things? Why do we care so much about work? Our employer doesn't care about you. They may like you on a personal level, but when it becomes between them and their bottom line and their job and you will lose. I am sorry. You will lose. That is a hollow thing to care in. If you care about your Instagram followers or your TikTok followers or your Twitter followers or whatever, it's like that. Those are hollow things. Almost all of those people never met you. They don't know you. You may convince yourself, and they may convince themselves that you know each other, that you're friends, that you both are relevant in each other's lives. And there is like a 0.0001% where like it changes someone's life. But, where it's like, do you really care? No. You get those little dopamine hits every time your follower count goes up, and every time your likes go up, and your video gets shared, and all that stuff. And it's like, yay, I matter to someone. No, you already matter. You don't need that false sense of belonging. You don't need that. You already exist for a purpose. You are already worth something. You are not junk. There is no such thing as junk when it comes to people. The amount of time we spend worrying about irrelevant things, caring about stuff that literally has no belonging in our lives. It causes us to just be like grass. We're like weeds. We spread and then we die. So it's like, what did you do? Well, I was born in this field. I never left this field. I made more, and then I don't leave anything. I've been here my whole life. We're taught to be like that. That's what happens if you care too much. You stay where you are. You're too afraid to go on. You're too afraid to explore. You're too afraid of what others might think of you. You're too afraid of that one right there, yeah. Disappointing those that love you. But telling you, the ones that love you, if they really love you, they will let you go. They will encourage you to forge your own path. They will encourage you. They will be by your side to pick you up when you fall. Those are the ones that matter. Those are the ones that you need to care for. Those are the ones you keep close. My firm belief is that when you feel that you have a calling, you need to answer it. Otherwise, it will eat you up inside until one day you can't take it anymore, and it'll be too late, and then you'll feel that guilt the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, I've wasted 10 years of my life. For 10 years, I wanted to be that guy in the woods, that guy that hikes, the guy that sees the world, the guy that actually does these things, that shows that there's a life still in this digital world, in this digital age, that you can still connect with nature. I wanted to be that guy since school. And I'm going to be that guy now. You know what I mean? I'm being that guy. As soon as I'm done meeting people I need to meet, regardless of what happens, I'm not staying here. I'm taking my life into my own hands. And if I fall, it's my fault. It's my fault. You know, I care about the choices I make for the sake of my wife, for the sake of my family. So I have that weight of responsibility to not fail. So I need to find my calling within myself, and it's that. I think it's that. I've always felt it's that. I want to be that person. I want to make a painting that I can be proud of, that someone else can enjoy, where my time actually benefits someone else, makes them happy, potentially changes my life, their life, you know what I mean? Instead of the soulless, wake up, clock in, clock out, go home, and repeat the next day. It's soulless, it's empty. And that's what we pour our life into. That's why we're so hollow, we're so empty. Like, we're taught that that's normal. It's no wonder that 2 of 3 people hate their job. But those people will live their lives working that job or that field or jobs like that. We don't need to all be wealthy. Rich, I mean. Because wealth and rich is different. We don't need to all be rich. We need to be ourselves. Who cares if you don't have 6 figures in the bank? Who cares? That's not worth caring about. You know, money these days, at a click of a button, can go away. It's gone. It's a hollow thing to put your life into. How many things in our lives fill or attempt to fill that hole we have inside of us? I know, and I notice that the more things we have, like items, like clothes, shoes, dishes, tables, furniture, you know, this knick-knack or this stupid little TikTok crap, you know, or the Temu things or whatever, like the more of that we have, the more empty we are, because we're trying to fill that hole with stuff. We're trying to close it, fill it up, find meaning in that junk. And that noise that we care so much about, the buy my this, buy my that, the person you follow that says those things, who really benefits with that? Not you, not even them, because even what they're getting out of you is hollow. So stop caring so much, you know? Stop being distracted. You need time to yourself, for yourself, to do what's best for yourself. When you do that, by proxy, your family will be better. If not financially, they'll have somebody that's with them that's real, authentic, true to themselves. You know that saying, or that the stereotypical noble knight, the honorable knight, you know why they're so rare? It's because, like, when there's an obstacle that comes across their path that's a great distraction, usually it's like a case of infidelity or someone that didn't deserve to meet their fate at their hand, so to speak, and they carry that crap with them, you know, because it's like, oh, well, in that moment they cared about something that's not them, and that's what rules them for the rest of their journey until they meet a real person that tells them that that's not who they are. Who they are is who they choose to be, who they were, you know what I mean? Who they feel they really are. That's you. That's you. You know, I'm not talking about those games where you can magically swap biology. I'm not talking about that crap. But I'm talking about the real thing. So if you feel that you're a stonemason, then go be a stonemason. Find someone who is a stonemason It's willing to teach you, and ask them to teach you. Apprentice under them, learn. If you want to be a painter, go talk to people that paint. I've learned a lot just by talking to people, like I'm not an expert in anything at all, but like what I know when it comes to painting, I learned through making mistakes as well as actually just seeing people do it. You know what I mean? Like them talking about it, listening to them. You can learn quite a bit if you actually pay attention to what matters, care about what you care about. You know what I mean? Don't put your attention in that hollow junk. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. It's a pretty long video. I'm gonna upload 2 videos today. One before I went to the the cabin, and then this one. So I hope that y'all have a good day, and I apologize for the gap. There just wasn't anything to film up there, and there's no signal, so I can't upload nothing. But anyway, I hope you have a good day, and I hope that you're not working 6 days in a row like me, and I hope that you actually have time to yourself, and I hope that this video right here, I hope that you can see some of those distractions and address them. You'll do whatever you want to do, but I found out that the more things I've cut out of my life that have distracted me, the more happy I am. Even right now, it's made a difference. So, till next time.